Okay.
I wanted to mention something like in regards to Africa and the COVID-19 regime push on Africa. Well, not just COVID-19, but it's part of like the broader biosecurity regime agenda in Africa, in my opinion. But so Whitney Webb, like I didn't finish watching it, but
Whitney Webb, the podcaster.
Yeah, Whitney Webb on
What's the name of her
Hangout?
Yes, thank you.
Like she did like an episode of a podcast episode on Africa, like in like the COVID push. It's titled Africa, COVID-19 and Imperialism with Jeremy Lafredo. She interviews him and they talk about that. And I think that would be really that's really insightful in terms of imperial, in terms of the biosecurity regime push, the COVID-19 push, and like how that relates to imperialism, which a lot of the left is typically against, but unfortunately a lot of them have not been, a lot of the left has not been anti-imperialist, like where they failed to be anti-imperialist, where traditionally the left would be anti-imperialist historically.
Right.
But yeah, and also in this episode, somewhere in this episode, I didn't finish watching it, she mentions also that specifically a lot of people in Palestine didn't want it. And Palestine is technically part of Africa, although like it's Middle East, North Africa, but still that's part of Africa, like technically, because it's North Africa. It's a part of Africa.
Right.
And having said that, I think that it makes sense like for people who are pro medical freedom to like align with the Palestinian liberation more than side with Israel and Zionism, because most of the more Palestinians like resisted like the COVID-19 push than Israelis. Like is more Israelis got the quote unquote the vaccine than Palestinians. Like Palestinians, a lot of Palestinians rejected it, and a lot of Israelis drunk the Kool-Aid and took the vaccine, and also advocated for the COVID tyranny. So, but also although Palestine in and of itself is although the fact that Palestine, Israel is on stolen Palestinian land, and Palestine should get first of all, the occupation and the siege of Gaza should stop, but also the cause for Palestinian liberation in and of itself is valuable, but I just wanted to say that for people who are who are medical freedom and who are aligned with medical freedom, it makes more sense to support Palestinian liberation than Zionism.
I agree, and I think I've said to people before, even with CHD, that at some point Bobby Kennedy and Donald Trump are going to have to deal with that issue, just like that activist who was here speaking with us earlier, a friend of Ishmael's. He's right. I mean, Trump at some point is going to have to decide: am I with the capitalists or am I with the working class? He's going to have to make a decision, because the way the system is set up now, you can't be both. And unfortunately, that's the way it is. But nobody wants to go back to feudalism, right? So what next, is the question. So thank you for making those points.
Pandemics are meant to end feudalism. When we had the Black Death in the 14th century, it marked the end of feudalism.
Yeah, technically, I mean, there's a lot of things that changed that. And I'll put a clip up of Peter Coffin's film too, sometime for you guys to see. And it's a documentary he made called The Horseshoe Theory, which goes into how left and right was basically created. It can't be proved, that's why it's a theory, but the theory is pretty strong as to how it was created. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.